Hello everyone. What I bring to you today is American horror movie star. The story begins. Cage and his wife, Sister Wah, live on a farm outside a small town. The environment is beautiful, simple folk. Their family lived peacefully and comfortably. But not long ago, Sister Wah was diagnosed with cancer, cast a shadow over their lives. To treat my mother, Nancy secretly Yenshi witchcraft. Attempt to pray for mother with ancient ritual. Cure his cancer. On this day, when Nancy was praying by the river, met a hydrologist who came to explore here. That's how the two brothers met. The second son, Jack, has nothing to do all day. He's a no-nonsense otaku. And son Paul is lively and lovely, is the family's favorite child. This night, a brilliant space meteorite fell from the sky, with a dazzling glare and a loud bang. Fell in the yard of Cage's house. The Cage family also woke up suddenly, and the meteorite exudes an unpleasant burnt smell. They don't dare to get close. The next morning, Cage called the police, and the doctor came to join in the fun after hearing about it. After a while, the mayor and the police also followed. After a night of cooling, meteorites also lost their dazzling light, but still exudes an unpleasant smell. The doctor confirmed that this is an ordinary meteorite, nothing special. But he also found problems with the groundwater here, exudes an unpleasant smell. So he took some samples and went back for testing. Then the mayor told Cage, this large land, about to be submerged by a lake formed by the formation of water. I think this is a good promotion opportunity. Decided to not eat or drink for the time being. Bring the media over to find out. Lightning and thunder meteorite at night. Again glowing purple. Military industry director for many years. Around the camp, there is a color of 4 and 5. The car next to it started by itself. This terrifies drive. Turn around. Cage couple discover meteorite disappeared out of thin air. But then, they found out that there's more to it than that. The surrounding wildlife becomes restless. Various insects, amphibians are beginning to merge across species. This strange atmosphere began to permeate Cage's house. Sister Wah is also beginning to become in a trance. I cut off my fingers while cooking without realizing it. Fortunately, Cage found out in time. Sent his wife to the hospital. And after the adults leave, weird things keep happening. The shock is staring at the well at home all day long. Talked to invisible friends. Also looked at a purple creature resembling a praying mantis. And fly away. The second product, called the couple. It's still 11:20 when I brush. 4-door-shaped Communist League Zamia Supervision League, Nikki. Time jumps to 4:45 p.m. immediately. Time has vanished out of thin air. Nancy wants to call her father, but there is a different electric sound from the phone. I can't even hear what to say. On the other side, brother doctor came to the town home, door to door informing everyone not to drink well water. Said the water was polluted. But no one believed him. Only the crazy old Wangtu believes him. Pharaoh asked the doctor to listen to his recorded voice. Said he heard a strange noise from the ground. Feel like an alien. However, after listening to the doctor, think it may be geothermal activity, or the sound of a magnetic field machine. A few words from the pregnant woman left. That night Paul stared at the wellhead in a daze. Suddenly a dazzling purple light came out of the well. Then a monster with a terrifying face climbed up. The dog feels strange. He faces the monster in the well. Pai Ya grinned and rushed up. Only a scream was heard. The dog was eaten by the monster. Jack on the other side while working on the farm, suddenly encountered a ghost hit the wall. Didn't come out until dark. Time is quickly disappearing without a sound. Both brothers also disappeared. This is so frustrating Nancy. He looked around for a long time. The brothers suddenly appeared again. It's just that they also become as dull-eyed as their mothers. At this time, Cage and Sister Wah rushed home after the operation. When Cage saw the frightened formation, suddenly become cranky and angry. Nancy, want to tell them about strange things that have happened at home. But Cage didn't give them a chance to explain. At night, when Cage took a bath, he was also hit by a kind of jelly-like, or an unidentified creature attack from a jellyfish. Horrible red rash started on arm. He became hysterical and manic because of it. Often take anger for no reason. Ride on someone else. Yelling at wife and kids. The irritable Cage plans to drink to relieve the boredom. But I found that my arm was itching unbearably. If you look closely, you seem to have a skin disease. Arms become like old bark. And Cage also became stupid. Just staring at the TV. Sat till dark. Tremonti. I also feel that there are unclean things in the house. So he used countless blood sacrifices. Then use a knife to engrave all kinds of patterns on the body. Attempt to self-harm. To bless the family. Jack and Paul. I heard strange noises coming from the bone broth. So they went to see. And the scene in front of them made them horrified. It was cultivated here. All the alpacas linked together and turned into monsters. Delete the picture of Bijian Zamiuatanjo. The two turned around in fright and ran out desperately. On the way, Paul suddenly fell. I happened to meet my mother, who came to check the situation. The mother and son were hit by the speed of purple light at the same time. In an instant, mother and son became one, turned into a terrifying and eerie conjoined monster. From time to time, the body is shining like a meteorite. Cage staring at the TV in a daze, awakened by the screams of mother and son. The scene in front of them shocked both Cage and Jack. I quickly carried Sister Wah and Paul back to the room. Jack wants to call the police, but found that the signal was disturbed. Can't get through at all. At this moment, Cage is feeling extremely desperate. He didn't want to see his wife and son continue to suffer. I plan to give mother and son a treat, but I can't do it myself. In the last kiss. Also lost his mind by the invasion of monsters. The cry of the alpaca made Cage even more upset. Picked up the gun and rushed into the barn. After seeing the alpacas that stay together every year. Total collapse. He doesn't even know who his enemy is. Only shoot. To vent your grief and fear. Dad is crazy. Nancy Jack wants to drive to the police. The car won't start. Want to ride a horse, but the horse was frightened. After breaking free from the gun god in Nancy's hands, he ran away. The last means of transport is gone. At this time they plan to go on foot. I heard a dog barking from the well. And Jack didn't listen to Nancy's advice. Don't go down to save the dog. But just halfway down, it was dragged into the well by the monster. Nancy can only watch Xiao Ga helplessly, devoured by monsters, but powerless. Only screams of helplessness. Cage hears Nancy's tip. Become irritable again after screaming. Put him in the attic. Soon. Brother Doctor came with the police to check the situation. I heard Nancy screaming from upstairs. The two hurried to save people. I saw the strange and terrifying scene of the Cage family, facing such a bizarre scene. They were stunned. Flower sister, mother and son who turned into monsters. MI only for Ching. Cage seems to have regained his senses now. He couldn't bear to see his wife and son in such pain, so they shot and killed them. Just as the group was about to leave, the monster appears again. Cage holds his gun ready to shoot, and the police mistook Cage. It's shooting at Doc and them. So he shot Cage first. Facing the tragic death of a family. Nancy is broken. At this time, there was another strange baby in the room next door to Lao Wangtu. Doctor, run away. It was found that the whole body of Pharaoh's head has been shrouded in purple light. And what's playing on the radio told the truth. It turns out that this alien visitor is not a meteorite, but higher alien races. The germ of the color of the star of Suru. As long as this thing encounters fertile soil or fresh water, hatch jellyfish-like larvae. Foot UV Fu couple. The color of blue is in the process of hatching. Can absorb at least within the range of 5 yin mothers. The vitality of all plants and animals. And after he sucked enough energy, will leave Earth for space and eventually mature. Later, on the way to escape, the policeman is swallowed by a monster. Panicky doctor. I had to go back to Cage's house to find Nancy. However, Nancy is gradually being cleaned and mutated by monsters. Miyue Zhaoyun's farmland job has been turned over. The god of Sulu descends to the world. Then there was a big explosion. Everything turned to ashes. Wu Shishi sings softly on the hot road.